Hey guys, Derek here. Just a few things before the podcast. Unfortunately, there are going to be a few audio issues at about 40 minutes. Colton's audio kind of messes up. OBS really loves me and likes to mess up the audio, and his audio is kind of echoed for a good long while. It kind of balances out a little towards the end, but it still sounds kind of tinny. So apologies for that one. But there's still a lot of really funny bits, so hope you guys can enjoy it. We're going to be trying a new method of recording that's going to eliminate some of the audio issues that we've been having. Also, if you guys live around the San Antonio area, make sure to go see a movie by a buddy of mine, Mr. Aaron Lee Lopez. He directed a film called Teenage Vampire. It's going to be playing at City Base Entertainment for the time being. So if you guys live around the San Antonio area, make sure you guys go see Teenage Vampire, a film by Aaron Lee Lopez. Now, on to the show. Hope you guys enjoy the podcast, everybody.
Yeah, this podcast be bringing to you by Pat's Blue Ribbon. If it was good enough for your granddaddy, it's good enough for the Huggercast. Hello, everybody.
Oh, wow, our first real sponsorship. That's, wow.
Dude, if we got sponsored by PBR, I would be living in a constant state of drunk, because that would be the best.
You get free ones. That's what it would be.
It's already cheap, but if I got it free, I love PBR.
We got to get sponsored by the popular podcasting app Radio Public first. We got to make sure that happens.
Yeah, I mean, I would take a PBR sponsorship too. Reach out to me, Pabst Blue Ribbon. You're my favorite.
Reach out to us, Radio Public. But
I think I'm drinking one in the thumbnail for the podcast.
Is that what it is?
That's the beer in my hand.
Oh, okay. I'm wanting to I'm really tempted to ask our friend Robert to make some Huggercast t-shirts, and we'll just give them to our friends, and I'll wear it to the store so people can see it.
I wore red all the time for work, so I probably wouldn't be able. I'll wear it under my shirt and I'll flash people.
You're like, Huggercast. But hey guys, it's your friends Derek and Colton, the Huggercast, the only podcast.
I don't like them that much.
That's true. Yeah, they're okay. But that's the Huggercast, the only podcast that isn't showing up in the third Spider-Man movie that's coming out next year.
That may or may not be the Spider-Verse. It's definitely going to be the Spider-Verse. They just don't want to admit it yet.
Yeah, okay, so we normally open up with, like, current news, but we haven't really touched on, because in the past few weeks, there's been so much Spider-Man news for the third movie. So much, and we haven't really had a chance to talk about it, so we're here to talk about it for just a few minutes before we get into our main topic.
Yeah, I'll let Derek gush. Cause I'm also excited, but I know Derek is.
I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, which listeners of the podcast that are big fans will find it very ironic because, I have raging arachnophobia.
Every time he sees the Spider-Man logo, he cries, but then he remembers it's a good thing.
And then I remember there's a white man under the suit, and I'm like, everything's nice.
What about when it's Miles?
I clutch my pearls a little bit, but I'm still pretty happy. No, I actually love I love Miles Morales because we're both black and Latino, so that's actually
he's just a great character, honestly.
I need to read his comics. I've heard they're really good. I've heard that run is like super good.
I either read them or watch the guy on YouTube that basically is story time with comic books.
There's that Comics Explained guy who does a lot of those like.
Oh yeah, I think Kamar likes him a lot.
He seems pretty chill. But, so next year, it's already been announced. It's given a release date. I believe it's December 21st, around that time.
Yeah, Christmas time.
Around Christmas, which will be a great gift for me. Christmas time! I don't think we can do that voice, Colton.
I was just being an innocent little child.
Sure you were.
I was being 4-year-old Colton.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what you were doing.
I was.
You weren't doing the autism voice?
No, autism more like this. Don't just go fair.
Oh, no, God, no. So next year, the third Spider-Man film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe will be coming out, and I believe we're actually going to be getting a sneak preview in December. They've confirmed that we're going to be getting like a teaser trailer or something. So there has been a whole lot of news regarding this movie. I was just like, I didn't even know it was going to come out so soon. The first piece of news that was announced a few weeks ago was that Jamie Foxx's character from The Amazing Spider-Man, if you haven't seen it, he played Electro, and it was kind of hated. Most people didn't like it. but he's actually returning in the third Spider-Man movie as the same character. Although he won't be blue. He won't be blue.
They already brought back J.K. Simmons and J. Jonah Jameson.
That's true. But yeah, and I already thought that was pretty cool. I was like, oh, what? But it got me a little bit like, huh, what are they planning? What's going on? What's going on here? And then Jamie Foxx, apparently he posted his like news. He's like, hey guys, I want to be in the new Spider-Man. He posted that on Instagram, and he also posted some quote unquote fan art that depicted Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man all together. But he quickly deleted that post.
I'm just, if Tobey Maguire actually comes back, I'm gonna...
I will cry, I will actually cry.
What has he done in the past 10 years? Has he been in movies?
What was that DiCaprio movie that was based on a book?
The Great Gatsby.
Yeah, he was in Gatsby, right?
Oh, wait, he was in Gatsby, that's right.
Yeah, and then he was also in some movie where he was an army dude, and then it was reported to his wife that he died, and like his friend or brother married his wife, and then he came back, and he's like, I'm alive, I'm not dead. You remember that?
I don't. I wonder if that was any good.
I don't know. But yeah, there's this video online that I need to watch. It's called "Why Hollywood Won't Cast Tobey Maguire." I've seen it
because he was too good in Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's what it was. He can't top it. It was too good. But all of that stuff led people to start thinking about that this next Spider-Man movie is going to be a live-action Spider-Verse, where they're going to bring back Spider-Man of the past, and that would actually be really awesome.
That would make my life so happy.
It's been such a rough year. We need some good news. Please let it be. And then the thing that happened after that made people even suspect more is that Doctor Strange was confirmed to be in the movie as well.
Which would indicate a multiverse.
Yeah, because Doctorverse's next film will be the Multiverse of Madness, which will deal with different multiple universes in the Marvel, universe.
So yeah, this is actually lining up to really look like this is gonna be.
They could easily finagle their way in some type of BS. Doctor Strange opening up a portal, whatever, and like the Spider-Man coming from the different universes, and then maybe that's how Jamie Foxx's villain ends up there. Like he somehow finds a way in a different universe. I don't know, but yeah, and so. All of that put together has led people to believe that it's going to be a live-action Spider-Verse.
I'm praying.
Sony recently commented on the rumors. They had a very vague answer. They weren't like, oh no, it's not happening. It's just rumors, guys. But they weren't like, oh yeah, this is totally happening. You guys are right. They specifically said it's not confirmed that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are signed on.
But they didn't say, like, it's not true. They didn't say,
oh, no, this isn't happening. Yeah, so that sentence can mean a lot. That could be just like a cover-up, like, oh, we want to keep it a secret until it's actually revealed,
Or they could be drumming up interest that they're actually not going to be in it, but they're like, we're not going to say so just yet because we know it's good publicity.
Yeah, maybe they're making calls still, and they want to see if people are interested.
That actually could be. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't be. That's a lot of money.
That would. See, I don't know if they realize how many people actually love these films. Like,
especially the Tobey Maguire ones.
Yeah, especially right now, the people that saw them as kids are adults.
Yeah, there's that whole Raimi meme subreddit where it's just
Raimi memes.
The Raimi trilogy Spider-Man meme, and they're amazing.
Yeah, it's like the prequels. It's kind of just grown this like. The Star Wars prequels, that is. It's grown this like online presence that's insane.
So yeah, there's a bunch of nerds that would go see it day one,
and I'm
myself included.
I'm one of those people. I love Spider-Man. I love everything Spider-Man.
But yeah, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
Yeah, hopefully they do it. And also, this isn't a confirmation or anything, but the actor who portrayed Kingpin on the Daredevil series, it was?
Yes. He's in it too, right?
Well, he showed interest. He said, I want my character to come back. That's all he said.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, so that would be pretty awesome. I really, really want them to put Luke Cage in a Spider-Man movie because they have a lot of like stuff in the comics and games and whatnot.
Out of those, like the Netflix ones that they did, the Luke Cage ones were my favorite.
Yeah, I saw the first episode of Luke Cage, but I never continued it. I should have.
It was
finished it.
It was pretty cool.
I never watched Daredevil or Jessica Jones or Iron Fist.
Jessica Jones was also pretty good. I didn't watch Daredevil, even though I think that's actually everybody's favorite.
Yeah, everyone says Daredevil's really good.
Iron Fist was okay.
Yeah, I've heard from a lot of people that it's okay. It's
it's not bad, but it's not up to what you would expect compared to the other ones.
Yeah. Don't in the Defenders, don't like not Daredevil, Luke Cage and Jessica Jones like smash.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I mean they do in Jessica Jones as well.
Oh, I need to watch that. Ooh.
I'm sold.
I'm sold. Some of that BBC. Wouldn't that hurt though? Like,
he is a big black man. Well, that's the thing. She doesn't feel pain.
Oh yeah, he's super strong and like strong as steel, and she doesn't feel pain.
Mm-hmm. That's perfect match.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's crazy. But yeah, so I guess that's. I don't think there's a whole lot else happening. At least I didn't see nothing really super interesting right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of any news that I saw this weekend. It's kind of been a boring.
The election's coming.
That's honestly the election. There's going to be some crazy shit with Borat 2's coming soon.
Oh yeah, Borat 2 got a trailer and looks. I've never seen the first one, but I need to.
It's one of those. Next time you come over, I have it.
Yeah, we'll put it on.
It's you. I especially I think will enjoy it
because I'm edgy.
Not even you're just. It's a lot of really stupid. Some of it's kind of gross out humor, but like not in just a like pee pee poo poo way. Like it's funny.
Oh yeah, it seems like it's right up my alley. Like a lot of that, I love a lot of that irreverent humor. That's like
that is the perfect way to. And there's a lot of comments like social commentary in it as well, though.
Yeah, I've heard. Oh, have you heard? Well, I guess this is old, a few weeks old. Have you heard Machine Gun Kelly's new album?
I have not. I don't actually listen to Machine Gun Kelly, so is it good?
He released a pop punk album.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Is it actually good?
It's very bare bones, not a whole lot to it, or like sounds like early 2000s pop punk.
So it's just kind of generic. But I mean, if it's executed well, then it's executed well.
I love it so much. It's probably not the greatest, but they just don't make music like that anymore, you know?
What out of the pop punk bands, which one would you say it resembles the most?
I'm trying to think. I don't know if it resembles a certain band per se, but it resembles a style.
Just that, like early mid 2000s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like fast guitars, very, very hard drum beats. You know, singing about women.
In angsty ways.
Yeah, maybe like, well, Travis Barker did help out with some of the stuff on the album. I think so.
Okay,
I know he performed live with them.
So the Aquabats.
Yes.
Because Travis Barker was in the Aquabats.
Was he?
Yeah, he was the Baron von Tito. I think he only drummed on one album, but yeah, he was in the Aquabats for a little bit.
That's pretty sweet, actually. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess if there's nothing else, really, we can go into our main topic.
Yeah.
It's about to get a little spoopy in here, guys. It's the middle of October. Halloween's right around the corner.
So we decided we wanted to do a little bit of a creepy podcast.
Ooh, creepy podcast.
We each decided to write our own creepypasta. Derek actually fully wrote his out. I have my outline, and I'm gonna wing it as I go. And then after we each tell our creepypastas, we're gonna improv one together.
Yeah, so we're doing Halloween Huggercast style, which is basically not scary, but just very stupid.
Mm-hmm. Like us.
Yeah, of course.
You see us in a dark alley, you're not afraid. You're like, these morons, I have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, these guys remind me of Bulk and Skull from the old Power Ranger movie, or show. Remember
Which one am I, and which one are you?
I guess I'm the short, fat one. You can be the other one had long hair, right?
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, so we could basically be Bulk and Skull. So,
Sweet.
you know what's funny though? I've heard people say like they were the bullies, but if you look at how they act, if they were in real life, they'd be the ones getting bullied.
Oh yeah, they're the losers, like
They're
hardcore.
like, hey, dork face, like Roger from like Doug. He's like, hey, funny, got something on your shirt, funny.
I love still one of my favorite clips on YouTube is the Roger when he's like, "You're gonna let a girl talk to you like that? I don't see girls talking to you at all." And it cuts to the black dudes going like,
I actually didn't watch much Doug as a kid. For some reason, I always changed it when Doug was on. I was like, eh.
It was boring.
Yeah,
like, not bad. It's just
there wasn't much to it.
It was plain.
Yeah,
the girl's name was Patty Mayonnaise though, so that's kind of funny.
For such a literally and metaphorically colorful show, very bland.
Skeeter was black.
Oh yeah. You know what other show I also changed? Rocket Power. I always change Rocket Power.
Oh, dude, no, I watched the hell out of Rocket Power.
We
are riders.
Does it hold up? Is it good? Is it like actually good?
Tito's amazing.
He's the one that owned the shop, right? I think.
No, that was Ray. He was the like super stoner dude. Tito was the Hawaiian guy that helped him. They'd always give Big Kahuna advice.
Oh yeah, I think I remember from what little bits I saw. Like stuff like Hey Arnold and stuff like that really holds up, but
Arnold really actually holds up. Like that was a deep show for a
I think it holds up even more now, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think I do enjoy watching it more now than...
Yeah, because I liked it just fine, but I've watched it recently. I'm like, this is really good.
Ren and Stimpy holds up in a strange way.
There's some, I guess there's some good Halloween episodes of cartoons. Maybe we could do that for a next episode.
Like favorite Halloween cartoons and movies.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
Oh, yeah. We're planning
Y'all heard it here, folks.
On the podcast.
Give them what they're in for so they can know not to tune in next week.
Mean, we totally have every episode planned. We don't come up with it last minute. What?
Yeah, we didn't do it while I was at work today, me texting Derek. We should write Creepypastas.
Yeah, I totally wasn't like, oh, I don't have a plan. And as soon as Colton was like, I have an idea, I went with it because I literally had no idea.
Gung ho, you're just like, yep.
Yeah, we planned this weeks ago. And I totally didn't write my creepypasta a few hours before the podcast.
I'm totally not going to be making mine up as I go because, like I said, I have an idea, but I gotta do what feels right in the moment.
So, guys, get ready for part 1 of the Huggercast Spooktacular. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Anyway.
That was the scariest thing that's ever happened in this podcast.
Yo, I was in my Spanish class, and we were talking about, because my professor's from Honduras, and
that was a very pretty accent, Derek.
I was gonna say I said that really kind of well.
You really did.
Yeah, my half Mexican came out. See, tell Kamar that being a half isn't that bad, but
you tell him he might hurt me.
That's true. He'll hurt me, but then I'll just make him laugh like I always do. He can't be mad at me because I make him laugh so hard.
Honestly, you were getting like
some really good. We hung out the
big
other day.
LOLs.
It was me, Colton, and a few other friends, and Kamar was there. And there were things that I said that no one else laughed at. That Kamar died. And
yeah, like in tears laughing at.
Like everyone else was like or like didn't hear it, but Kamar was like he was dying. But I was in my Spanish class and we were talking about anime, and I was like, hey, do they like anime? I always ask stupid questions to get like reactions, you know me.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, do people in Latin America like anime? And he was talking about how much like people in Latin America love anime, and he's like, yeah, I know a little bit Japanese. He's like, domo arigato, and I moaned an anime girl scream, and I said, kawaii desu. And the whole
I'm really debating quitting this podcast right now.
It's like, well, so the next episode is going to be like, it's going to start and be like, well, you're probably wondering where Colton's at. I kind of had to find a new host. And it's just going to be me.
He was cool with everything else, like all the other really messed up stuff that was said, but that was where he drew the line.
That crossed the line. And it's just the other host is going to be me, but like with a pitched down voice. Like, hello, it's me.
No, you got to do a pitched up voice and be an anime girl.
Hello, it's me, Nani.
Okay, yeah, let's get to the stories because this is
So yeah,
this is
get ready.
painful.
Get ready for our creepypastas. Ooh. I guess I'll go first.
Yeah, you
Since I
go
went
that
right
way.
now.
If I need to make changes to mine, I know
Oh
what to
god.
change.
That
Oh,
yawn
big
wasn't
yawn.
that yawn wasn't part of it. I've been working
Scary.
out at 6:30 in the morning the past 2 weeks, so
Do you hate yourself?
yes, but that's not the reason why. Okay,
They're getting
guys.
swole off of bread and water.
I'm getting swole off of bubblegum and vitamins.
Cocaine. Oh,
Oh yeah. That's a vitamin, right? I think so.
it's vitamin like.
Get ready for my creepypasta story, guys. The title of this creepypasta is The Story of the Creature Named Rectivus. That's Rectivus. You got that, Colton? Rectivus.
I got. I'm being I was being a listener.
Oh, okay. The internet is a scary place. One day a man was on Twitter, happily reading and scrolling, as if life could be no better. He saw a tweet that read, "Read this with caution. Don't turn left when you're on your next drive. Heed my words." The man thought nothing of it, as he'd been old enough to live through copypastas and chain emails. He sort of blew it off as nothing. Later that night, he did some pre-sleep reading of various news articles from the New York Times, CNN, MSNBC, as well as ABC. The election was coming up, and the Democratic candidate was looking pretty good compared to the Republican one. He put his phone on the nightstand near his bed and covered himself to go to sleep. He then heard a buzzing come from his phone. It was a text from an unknown number. He opened the text and read it to himself. It read, "Care, facts, don't, feelings about your." The man was confused and passed it off as a wrong number. He then went back to sleep. The man woke up from his morning job as per usual, not thinking of the warnings he had been given. He went to the bathroom to brush his teeth and shower. As he opened the door, he found something strange on a sink that he'd never seen before. It was a yarmulke. This was strange because the man was a Roman Catholic, and he had no Jewish people in his house recently. He again ignored that and maybe thought he had accidentally picked up someone's hat at the bar when he got drunk this weekend. He then got ready like normal and got in his car and started driving down the road. As his drive went on, he noticed the normal signs had different words on them than usual. You know, the usual stop, road work, ahead, etc. He passed signs... What?
I hate you.
he he passed signs that said "the" and "wrecking" and "is" and "coming." He passed signs that said those words in order. He thought maybe it was an ad campaign for wearing seatbelts. He then came up on his usual left turn to make his way to his job. But when he made his left turn, he saw that the road was completely empty, and half of it was missing. And all that was there was empty blackness. But there was one more thing. A figure shaped like a Jewish man standing at about 5 foot 5 inches. His eyes glowed piercing white, and he held a violin in one hand and a hammer in the other. The figure mouthed something quietly, but the man couldn't hear. The man stepped out of his car and tried to get a good look at the figure. The figure then, seemingly at the speed of light, appeared in front of the man and was staring daggers into the man's soul with his white, glowing eyes.
Nani?
The figure opened his mouth, and with a voice as deep as a squirrel going through puberty exclaimed, "Get wrecked, libtard," and swung his mighty hammer at the man. The man burst into the same glowing white light as would pierce through the figure's eyes. This is the story of the interdimensional being, Rectivus. Let this be a lesson to all the libs who let feelings cloud their factorial judgments. Rectivus will find you, and he will wreck you.
You so much.
What?
I hate you so much. About a third of the way through, I realized I was like, "Oh no."
I
That
knew you.
was beautiful.
Do you love it?
I love it.
I'm gonna submit it to the official Creepypasta website.
Please do. Oh, that was.
I hope you guys,
Uh,
I hope you guys enjoyed my sensual voice. That was also very frightening, and I hope you enjoyed the story.
that was fantastic. Okay.
As
I guess
make sure you stay wary out there, folks. About don't want to run into the rectivus.
that makes it my turn.
That makes it your turn. I hope yours is as good as mine was.
Mine's gonna have some twists and turns through it, so bear with me. But this one is called The King. In parentheses, real, actually happened, 100% true, urban legend, not actual fact, real for real.
Gone sexual.
Yeah, gone sexual. Actually, yes, gone sexual.
Gone 18 plus.
It all started when I was about 11 years old. I was real hungry after a long day at school, and I begged my mom, "Please, mother, I just want a hamburger for dinner. Is that okay?" And she said, "Well, yeah, but we're low on money right now, so we're gonna have to go get fast food burgers. Is that okay with you?" And I said, "Of course, mommy. That's all I've ever wanted. I'm an 11-year-old boy. All I want is fast food hamburgers." So she loaded me up in our Suzuki XL7. We hit the road, and before I knew it, we were at Burger King. I was feeling real hungry that day and wanted to get an adult meal, but then I noticed on the sign outside it said free game with purchase of kids meal. And I said, "Free game? Is this like a board game or something?" And upon further inspection, I realized these were Xbox games. I'd never heard such a thing. Xbox games with your Happy Meal? I knew what I had to do. I ran in. I went, "Mommy, mommy, I want that one." So we got my cheeseburger, and I was really hoping the game that came with it. They had 3 advertised. There was Pocket Bike Racer, Big Bumpin', and Sneak King.
I hate you so much.
I was really, really hoping that I got Pocket Bike Racer. It sounded fun. It kind of looked like Mario Kart. But the game I got with my meal was Sneak King. I didn't quite understand it. It looked strange. I didn't realize it also. When I got home, I went to open the case, and the saran wrap had already been opened, and I pulled the disc out, and it didn't look like a normal 360 disc. It looked like a burnt DVD, and it just had in Sharpie written on it, "Sneak King." I thought nothing of it. I thought it was a budget title. Like they had to do this on the cheap. So I finished my burger. I was all happy and satisfied. I said, "Mommy, mommy, can I please play my new game tonight?" She said, "Just do your homework first." So I went, and by gosh, I did that algebra homework, no problem. Got all of it wrong, but I got to play my video game afterward. I popped Sneak King in and turned on the Xbox, and oh, I was greeted with that familiar Xbox startup. It was so great. But then it got toward the end of the startup, it got a little choppy. I didn't think anything of it. I thought maybe the disc had been scrapped in my frantic opening of it. So I turned the game on. I'm playing it, and in the game, what you do is you control the king as you deliver food secretly, kind of like Metal Gear Solid. So I'm delivering my food. Game kind of sucked, if I'm being honest. It wasn't that great, but it was free, so I had the time of my life. Uh, Came to be my bedtime about 10 o'clock, and turned the game off and laid down and went into a nice peaceful sleep. That's when things went wrong. I awoke at about 2 in the morning because I heard a shuffling in my room, but I didn't know what it was. I woke up and looked around, and I smelt a faint smell of French fries. I thought maybe I had just burped a little bit from my meal earlier and tried to go back to sleep. As I was dozing off, I heard another bump, and I looked, and this time I was scared. I shot up out of my bed, frantically looked around, and I didn't see anything. I told myself, "Colton, you're being silly. Like this is nothing." I decided I just needed a drink of water, and I'd be ready for bed again. So I walked to my kitchen, went to get a glass of water, but then I realized as I opened the cabinet, where all the glasses were was actually a Burger King bag. I picked it up and looked inside of it, and there was a meal. It was a Whopper and fries. I was really freaked out at this point. I ran through my house trying to get back to my room, and out of the corner of my eye, I thought I saw a crown. I was terrified at this point. I went and I hid under my bed and felt a pair of hands grab me, pulls me out. I look up into the face of the king, and he just says, "Here's your Whopper now, bitch," and he punched me in the face, threw me in a sack, and the next thing I know, I woke up. I was in a strange room with other children, and I heard the king say, "I got the kids now. Where's my goddamn money?" And I was terrified. I looked at the other kids. They all had gags in their mouth, and that's when I realized I had a gag in my mouth as well. I struggled against it, but there was nothing I could do. I looked around and I saw a man paying the king, and he had gray hair, and he was surprisingly pretty good looking. That's when I heard the king say, "Thanks, Jeffrey. I'll be back in a week."
Oh, no. No.
This Jeffrey guy walks up to us and says, "All right, kids, we're going to go on a plane ride." And I'm scared, but I only could muster up a couple of because I was gagged up. So anyway, he gets all his kids, he hauls us off, throws us on a plane, and just the sheer terror actually caused me to pass out again. And that's when I woke up, but I realized I felt something on my face. I pulled it off. I've been wearing virtual reality goggles this whole time. I was so relieved until I put it back on. And I looked back in the world and realized, oh, this is really sad. And then the credits scrolled and it said, "This is Hideo Kojima speaking. Thank you for playing my game. We hope you enjoyed it." The end.
It's all... Maybe we're all in a Hideo Kojima game.
So yes, Jeffrey Epstein is just a Hideo Kojima plot point in his upcoming virtual reality game.
Man, that had so many twists and turns. I didn't expect any of that.
I hope you enjoyed it.
That was certainly a story. That's going to be number one on the Creepypasta website, I'm sure.
I feel like mine was much more like yours was actual, like written out and plain. Mine was just kind of like, screw it, let's go.
Let's just keep going. Virtual reality, Hideo Kojima. I love it. It was beautiful. Thank you.
But yeah, so that was our each individuals, and now it's time.
Don't forget to leave in the comments and send me a message saying whose story you liked more, mine or Colton's.
I don't know. All them libtards are gonna agree with me.
That's true.
They're afraid of yours.
All the libtards are afraid to get wrecked by the Rectivus.
I'm doing that voice.
What do you mean? I'm just talking in my normal voice, Colton.
Well, to complete that game, Derek, this is actually what I sound like. I put on a voice for the podcast so the audience doesn't get too aroused, but this is my normal speaking voice.
This is my real speaking voice.
Well, you sound like a fucking little fruitcake. I'm sorry to tell you that.
All right, so now we're going to try and make up a podcast on the
improv theater
together. It's a good thing I took that improv. We joined an improv club. Do you remember that?
We went to 2 meetings, I think.
And when I went back to Texas State for another year, I tried joining the improv again because I saw ads, and the guy was like, "Yeah, I just want you to meet me at my house." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, the group's not very big yet. I live off campus. You're gonna have to meet me at my house.
We're gonna improv my pee-pee into your butt."
I was like, you know what? I don't want to do improv that bad.
Yeah, that sounds really sketchy.
Yeah, I was like, huh? He's like, yeah, no. I told the guy, I was like, yeah, I don't feel right about going to some stranger's house. He's like, what? No, it's fine. Come on. I was like, nah, I'm good, bro.
He was really pushing for it too. Then, like,
because he had his phone number on the thing, and I was like, oh yeah, is this the improv guy? He's like, yeah, we're having meetings at my house. I was like, I'm good.
Just watch you would have showed up and it would have just been like a European orgy.
I'm okay with this.
But yeah, so okay,
It's-
even though we're gonna collaborate on the next one, we do have to decide a title together so we can kind of
yeah, so we
guess
can.
like what direction to take.
Where is this going? Yeah. Okay, well,
Um,
let's decide what the monster should be. Should it be like a demon, a ghost, an interdimensional being?
oh no, that comes in the improv.
Okay,
Right now it's solely a
it's
title.
just a
Should we
title.
do the wall?
The Wall. I like The Wall. Okay, we'll go with The
The
Wall.
wall, the wall could be.
That could be a
I
lot.
think I think that could work.
The Wallening.
The wall.
The Wall. We're gonna call it The Wallening.
All right, then I'll let you since you started first. You could start first again.
All right, are we gonna
We'll
just go like let's sentence by sentence? Well, or
or
just like
we'll
part
do
by
maybe
part?
not sentence. Yeah, we'll do a little bit at a time, and then when we
Yeah,
feel like it's a good time to
we'll
pass off,
tag.
we'll yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll start off. It was a cold September night. I was 25 years old. I lived in an apartment building for only 6 months. Fresh out of school, just got my master's degree. Had a pretty good life so far. The works, my own place. I've brought a few girls over. We've had a little bit of freaky time. It was
Of
nice.
course.
It was nice. Not having to worry about my parents hearing.
Is that my
You
cue?
can,
Okay.
if I pause for like 3 seconds, you can go.
Okay, that'll be that. So that'll be the cue. I didn't know the cue. We should have
We should-
clarified that before. All right. So being, any 25-year-old man, I was on a job hunt. I had a temp job, but I didn't feel like it was stable, so I decided to go out one night, just walk around town, see if there was any businesses hiring. I lived on the border, by the way, in case you didn't that wasn't clarified earlier. Walking through town, I saw there was a help wanted sign. I decided to inquire within. I walked inside, and it was actually the border patrol. I asked them what they needed, and they just said, "Well, we've been having some disturbances. We just needed a little bit of extra force. Do you think you'd be willing to do that?" And I said, "Of course."
It's a very well known fact in my family that I hated Mexicans. I mean, just hated them. They were the worst. I mean, Taco Bell? What even is that? Anyway, despite my despite my prejudices aside, I took the job post haste, and they said, "Okay, we'll start you off tomorrow night. You'll be getting the night duty." I've always been kind of a night owl, so I was okay with that. So I went back home, went to sleep, went through my normal daily duties the next day. I went to the gym, I took a shower, I ate breakfast and lunch. I watched season 3 of Flavor of Love on DVD. It's really good. That's a really good season. That's when the show really came into its own. And then the man yesterday told me, meet me back at the office at 7. It was about 6:30. I didn't live too far from the Border Patrol office. So I drove down. Taylor Swift's new song was playing, and I sung every word of it. Ooh, I just broke up with my man. I just broke up with my man. Such a good song. Around 6:50, I made my way inside the building. I got confronted by the boss. He was a large man, handlebar mustache, long hair, glasses, big Alice in Chains fan.
I asked him what the plan was, and he said, "Well, normally we like to train you, have you a few days with the partner, but we can't do that. We're just short on people, so we're going to send you out. You're just going to patrol this 2 mile stretch here, make sure there's nothing crazy going on." So he drove me out. I had my uniform on just so I wouldn't get harassed. I spent the first few hours of my shift, nothing eventful, until I felt I had this faint smell of Diet Coke, and for some reason I could hear on the wind, huge. I was a little scared, but I didn't think much of it. I continued my shift until I started seeing things out of the corner of my eye. An orange glint, kind of a overly heavy-set man. Looked kind of sickly. I was beginning to get a little freaked out. I radioed my boss and asked, what type of disturbances we've been having, because I was under the impression that it was the illegals. And he said, "Oh, no, the illegals have been fine. It's been the orange one."
At that moment, I put my radio back in my pants, and I yelled at the orange figure, and I said, "Hey, what are you doing out there? You're not supposed to be out here." The orange figure just stared. He came a little bit closer. It was then that I saw that he actually didn't have a Diet Coke with him, but a large 2-liter bottle of Diet RC Cola. And I thought to myself, well, who drinks RC Cola nowadays? I mean, really? All these cola options, you're going to drink RC Cola?
I would like to interrupt real quick. I actually do drink RC Cola. It's delicious.
I love RC
Continue.
Cola. And I said, "Hey, where'd you get that bottle of cola? Did that cola come from the border? If that's the case, it'll be illegal and I'm going to have to shoot it." Again, he said nothing, but he kept walking closer, and I was able to make out more of his features. He was tall. He was orange. He had stems growing out of his face. He had a carved face. It wasn't a real face. It looked like a carved inside. It was a light on the inside. Oh my God, it's a pumpkin! But then I realized that it wasn't an orange man. It was just a pumpkin. And I had been high on LSD this whole time. I don't even have a job.
That is when I woke up from my dream and realized, no, I wasn't high. It was no pumpkin man.
You just freaking J.J. Abrams me and retconned what I just did.
That direction. Okay, maybe this might not be where I'm going to end up with an erotic sex scene with Donald Trump telling me, he's like, "You like the wall?" And it's pushing me up against
I'm Ryan Johnson. I took what you had, I took it away off track, and you tried your hardest to bring it back on track.
The world probably doesn't need an erotic Donald Trump sex scene against the wall that he built.
I don't know. I mean, I think I need it.
That was fun.
That was pretty fun. It was probably really bad. It wasn't a good story at all.
That's what makes it funny.
I'm glad you enjoyed. What part did you laugh pretty hard at?
The RC Cola.
And the Flavor of Love on DVD.
The Flavor of Love. The third season is really when the show hit its stride.
It really came into its own. RC Cola. It's good.
Hopefully, it's delicious.
Yeah.
Hopefully the audience was.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed
spooked,
that.
Though.
Ooh.
I wanted them to be scared straight.
As in, like, Mike Pence straight.
That dude is so closeted.
I was gonna say, wouldn't it be something if it came out that Mike Pence was like,
"Oh, he has a desperate craving for cock."
That's our new band name, Desperate Craving for Cock.
Our first album's gonna be called "Come Drunk."
Mm-hmm. I think it's say "Come Dumpster." I like that one.
Also good.
That's gonna be a lead single. "Come Drunk," lead single, "Come Dumpster." This has been very spooky. It's been a very spooky podcast. Ooh.
All of y'all are going to hell to talk a little radio.
Oh no! Right. We.
Jump over to questions now.
Yeah, I mean we're not that. Unless you want this to be a shorter episode. I don't know. I was gonna probably have like a 10-minute discussion about candy.
Oh,
it's Halloween.
I'm down with that. I will absolutely talk about candy. Even though I don't eat it much anymore. I have
Me neither.
Memories.
Well, let's talk about our favorite. I guess not Halloween candy. I mean, technically Halloween candy, but it's candy. What's your favorite Halloween candy?
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces are very delicious.
Although I wouldn't count that as a Halloween candy because it's kind of hard to give out. So I'm going to have to give it to Butterfinger.
Oh,
it's a pain to get out of your teeth, but it tastes so good.
It really does. You know what? I love the little tiny boxes of Nerds.
Of raisins?
Nerds.
Oh, nerds.
Oh God, I hate raisins.
I enjoy raisins, but yeah, no, little nerds. What's the best nerd flavor?
That's hard. Oh, there's one. I don't know if they make it anymore. It was the yellow box. It was like lemonade berry or something.
The pink lemonade one?
Something like that. It was the yellow
That
box.
was the one I was gonna say. It was delicious.
God. I really hope they make it still.
What are your views on candy corn?
I like it. Not crazy about it, but I like it.
See, I feel like it could be good. It's good with like popcorn in it, like that weird way, like the sweet and buttery, salty go all together. But I can't eat it on its own.
Yeah, what you call it? It tastes like solidified icing, pretty much, which I like. I like icing, so.
I really like the whipped cream type icing where it's real light and fluffy.
I hate that stuff. That stuff is
That's
nasty.
That's the good one. The normal icing is just.
I know. I love like thick buttercream icing.
It tastes like tar.
I love it. I hate the whippy stuff. It just you get in
the
your
whippy stuff. It's like ice cream. Oh.
It's so gross.
I will eat Cool Whip on its own.
I guess what's the difference between frosting and icing?
I think it's the same thing.
No. It's like stuffing and dressing, you know?
Yes, same thing.
Although I've heard that
regional dialect.
If it's dressing if it's outside the turkey, stuffing if it's inside.
That actually makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
That makes.
Actually,
blew my mind, Derek.
I just got that. I got that from I think it was a Tyler Perry TV show where they were talking about it.
And Tyler Perry can teach you things.
Speaking of Halloween, Tyler Perry's Boo! I'm a D Halloween.
Is he gonna do a third one yet?
I hope so. I hope he invites more YouTubers and Viners to be in it. Was it FouseyTube or he was in the second one? I think.
I actually did not watch the second one, so I don't know.
I think it was FouseyTube and King Batch.
We need a Logan Paul.
Yeah, we need both the Pauls. We need Rice Gum. You know that King Batch is gonna be in that movie that's about like the world ending from meteors.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Because I was watching the trailer. I went to go watch Tenet with my ex-girlfriend, and
how was Tenet, by the way?
Good. I liked it. I liked it a lot. But yeah, we're watching. What's the main actor? The guy who played Leonidas in 300.
I'm sorry, your feed just cut out.
What's the name of the main actor? The guy who played Leonidas in 300.
I don't know.
Anyway, it's a movie
song.
So
stupid for
yeah,
this.
me too,
because
I know his name. You know what? We're gonna go to Google. We're gonna find this. Give us 1 sec. Gerard Butler.
Oh, okay, the hot dude.
Oh, he's pretty hot. Gerard Butler's he's the main star, and like they're like getting on the plane. They're like, we gotta hide from the asteroids, and then King Batch just comes out. I was like, hey man, we gotta hide from these asteroids. I was like, King Batch, and Gerard Butler turns to him and says, popular Viner and Instagrammer King Batch.
You're making it sound like snakes on a plane almost. I'm tired of these mother effing asteroids.
Man, I hate these asteroids, man. That's just how I imagine King Batch talks. I don't know if he actually talks like that, but like looking at his face.
Accurate.
That's how. Yeah. You know the popular King Batch meme about the spoon?
I don't think I do.
Because he had that, I think it was him. He had that Vine where it's like, hey man, can I get some ice cream? He's like, yeah man, only a spoonful. And he gets the giant overly sized spoon. And that became a meme recently.
I don't think I've seen that one though.
You haven't seen like the memes about it?
Dude, I'm old now. I'm so out of touch with memes.
I don't even get them bad.
Like the ones when I see them, they're hilarious. But I see them like 6 months too late. I am the old guy that I used to make fun of in high school.
You're probably just now seeing Stickbug, huh?
I don't even know if I know Stickbug.
You don't know?
What is Stickbug?
It's another one of those like you've been gnomed or like stuff like that. Where it's like you get Stickbugged and it's just like a dancing Stickbug.
That's how old I am. I don't know this. I'm gonna commit shotgun to the face tonight. I can't handle being out of touch.
You're going to make me commit toaster bath.
I'm gonna commit uninstall life.
Uninstall. I'm going to commit take off VR headset and put gun in mouth.
I'm gonna do it in VR. I'm just gonna have it rigged so it shoots me when I get shot in the game.
Just like the memes of the freaking, like, because there's no school, like, in person right now, where it's like the school shootings of the guy just pointing a gun at the computer.
Oh, my favorite is the Vine, not Vine, TikTok. See, that's how old I am. I call TikTok Vine.
One of those Vinestagrams.
But it's like the Trump supporter family that it's like, how come school shootings are at an all-time low under Trump? And he sounds like 11. He's like, because there ain't no class right now. What am I gonna do? 360 no scope to the Zoom chat.
Y'all better not show up to Zoom chat tomorrow. But speaking of candy, you know what candy I hate?
What?
Dots. Can't stand them.
They get, like, I don't mind Butterfinger getting stuck in my teeth because it at least tastes good. Dots taste bad and get stuck in your teeth.
Dots taste like floor cleaner.
That's honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just not good.
But you know what's a little bit better that's similar? Jujubes.
What? See, I've never actually, I don't think, eaten an actual jujube.
They're like dots, but they're better.
What are your views on snow caps?
I don't know if I've ever tasted them.
They're pretty good.
What are your views on Raisinets?
I like raisins.
I don't like raisins.
What about Snickers?
Snickers suck. I hate Snickers. Something about them.
What about Snickers ice cream?
I don't know if I've ever had the Snickers ice cream just because I hate Snickers so much.
Oh, well, you need to try the ice cream because it is a billion times better than the candy, and if you hate it, I'm going to report you to for something. I'm going to find some crime that you're somehow guilty of and report you for it.
You've been arrested by horny police.
I'm gonna report you to the horny police.
No, please. It's all I have. The horny is all I have.
It has consumed you, molded you.
You merely adopted the horny. I was born into it, molded by it. I didn't see coochie till I was a man. Spare coochie, please.
Coochie man.
Oh god.
I'm trying to think.
Okay,
so we'll do real quick, like just top 5 candies.
Top 5 candies. Okay. Okay. Number 15. Anyway. I had to throw that in there.
Always forever.
Always and forever. I was gonna. You know what? I have to throw in my Ben Shapiro impression too. This is what the left wants. The left wants you to enjoy delicious candy on Halloween. And metaphorically speaking, this is what the left wants. They want you to eat your snow caps, to eat your jujubes, and your dots. I, as a big-brained conservative, I enjoy Butterfinger. It's the best candy.
Don't let me up with them.
Let's say that hypothetically, I were to give you a Butterfinger. It was the fun size. Now let's say that also hypothetically, you were to give me money for this Butterfinger. It is an equal market exchange, but is it considered prostitution? Well, that, folks, is that's communism right there.
Well, I hate Ben Shapiro even more now because he's giving out the bite size. You need the full bars.
How was my Ben Shapiro impression and cadence?
It is perfect.
Thank you.
I thought I was actually talking to him.
Oh, hey, Ben Shapiro. Thanks for stopping in on our podcast. As always, Derek.
We're doing the Family Guy way now. Ben Shapiro!
Holy crap, Lois, it's Ben Shapiro. Hey, Peter. Facts don't care about your feelings, Peter. Hey, I love when he says that. I want to kill. Bad. Thanks. I want to kill myself now, but thanks.
Yeah, so the top 5 candies.
Oh yeah, that's what we were doing. Ooh, that's hard. Okay, so Nerds is top tier candy. Anything by Wonka, because that number 1 spot can be like interchanged with Nerds, Bottle Caps, Sweet Tart Minis, Sweet Tart. Is that Wonka?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Sweet Tart Chewies. Oh, Sweet Tart Chewies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then Bunch of Crunch. Crunch is good. Crunch bars are good. But Bunch of Crunch is just the way to eat your.
See,
your
I like
crunch.
Bunch of Crunch. I don't like normal Crunch bars.
I dig normal Crunch bars, but let's say hypothetically that you were to put Crunch bars in a ball shape. they would be better. Anyway, I'm sure all the ladies just got real moist right now from my bench
Oh,
press
yeah,
impression.
I think the entire audience is pregnant now, men and women.
I'm tired of you guys making fun of me and saying that my wife does not have a WAP.
She has the most wet ass P word of all time.
She has I beat it up N-word. She has the wettest of P's all the time. She calls me her little shekel. That's what she calls my penis. All the time.
Shekel?
Okay, so I got
My schmeckle.
my schmeckle. I got Wonka, just Wonka at number 1, essentially, and Bunch Crunch. What do I always go for? You know, you go first. I'm still thinking.
Okay, so Reese's Pieces is numero uno.
Oh yeah,
Reese's
Pieces are
Pieces
so good.
are absolutely incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Airheads at
Oh
number
god,
2.
I forgot about Airheads.
Always love a good Airhead. Number 3. No, I take it back. Airheads is number 3. Junior
Okay.
Mints is number 2.
Oh, Junior Mints are good. Very
I
minty, very chocolatey.
love a good Junior Mint.
Mm.
Butterfinger number 4,
Mm-hmm.
and Payday number 5.
Paydays are
not
okay.
they're not my normal go-to, but sometimes when you just don't want like chocolate or fruity, they're
Mm-hmm.
it's a good change of pace.
Okay, I think I got it. So, of course, let me go back. This is in no particular order, by the way. No candy here, for me at least, is above the other. I think my Ben Shapiro is slipping into my normal voice, and I don't think I like it.
It was like me when I was doing Kunkel Cooter constantly, and I
you just slip it
kept
in.
accidentally falling into Kunkel Cooter talking like this, and I was really scared that I was actually becoming an actual redneck.
A fate worse. I can't say it. A fate worse than death.
Like I was listening to nothing but like 70s outlaw country, drinking cheap beer every night. Like I was like, is this my life now?
Is this the real life? So one of them is of course I'll put Nerds just to make it. Then Bunch of Crunch, then Skittles, sour or plain. I love Skittles.
Oh, Skittles are good.
Skittles are so tasty. Number 4 is a new candy actually. Apple pie Kit Kat.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Try it.
That actually sounds really good.
So tasty. And then number 5. Actually, I didn't think of a 5th one. Let's go with bottle caps.
Bottle caps are always fun.
I will always be even the ones I don't like that much, like the root beer bottle cap. It's still pretty good.
Oh, the root beer one's my favorite.
I like it's a little something about fake root beer, like that root beer barrel candy. I can't.
Oh, I love
those
that
are just too strong. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, also honorable mention. Saltwater taffy's pretty good.
If you get like fresh saltwater taffy,
yeah. You go right to the ocean. You dip your Laffy Taffy in it, and
dude, do you ever have you ever been to Port A?
No, I haven't actually.
They actually have a really nice little candy shop there. If you ever go, definitely check it out.
I will. I got some from Buc-ee's. That was pretty good.
Ooh, Buc-ee's is Texas tradition. I love Buc-ee's.
You know what? We're gonna have to make a Huggercast trip to Buc-ee's and film it.
I would love to do that. I think closest one is New Braunfels, but I actually go over there pretty often.
That's the one me and my ex used to go to. So
I just love being in New Braunfels. So yeah, I'm down.
Awesome, delicious. I got my my new camera. Did you get to watch my new video?
Yes, I did. I liked it like a good friend.
I appreciate it. If it's bad, you could tell me. You could tell me if it's bad.
No, I enjoyed it. I liked it, especially the intro. The intro was beautiful.
Thank you. You played it at the party in front of everybody, and it's not that I'm not proud of what I make, but it's just that something about having a large group and watching. Yeah, and I'm just like, while I'm there, like if I'm not there, it's like, it's whatever. But like, I don't know, something.
Yeah, then you're like, oh, they're watching my stuff. But when you're there, you feel like they're judging.
Yeah, I feel
micro bit of it.
And because I know exactly every move I made, and I was like, and then even the jokes that I'm like, yeah, these are pretty funny. Like I've seen them all, so they become unfunny to me, and I've edited them all, and I'm like, This is
You're just
cringe.
sick of it at that point.
I'm like, this is cringe. This isn't even funny. The only thing I will stand by that I thought was funny was my Batman transition that I made.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a good video. I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
I like your videos.
Thanks. I'm gonna make more. I promise. I promise.
Yeah, I'd be down to do a Bucky's one though.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll do a Huggercast vlog channel. We'll vlog. We'll be like David Dobrik, but better.
You'll have to come golf with me sometime.
Ooh, that sounds fun. I do have my second channel. I do have Hugger Derek stuff now, so.
We can throw stupid stuff on there.
Yeah, it'll be like, hey guys, you want to see extra Huggercast stuff? Subscribe. You want to see me and Colton die? Subscribe.
I'll do it.
I'll do it. I swear to God, I'll say the N-word. I'll do it. Alrighty. Well, I guess we're at about an hour now, so we could probably transfer our way into questiones, preguntas.
I don't know why that made me want a pizza.
Questiones. Maybe it made you think of pepperoni?
Pepperoni. Yeah, I really want pizza now. Damn it.
At the party that we went to yesterday, that was the first time I had pizza in a while.
I actually didn't have any of it. Kamar ate so much.
I ate one slice because I log my meals in now into this app. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, you cut out again.
Oh, I had one slice because I have to log my meals down, and so that's helping me. Like, oh man, I don't want to eat too much.
Yeah, no, it's. I found eating late for some reason makes things like so much worse.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I can have a light snack, but anything after like 6.
Yeah,
messes with you.
That was my like real bad thing was like eating. Because I would get out of work late and going to like, oh man, let's go to Jack in the Box and order everything on the menu at like midnight. And it's like, oh, now I'll eat dinner at like 5 or 6, and then like maybe around 9 I'll have a snack, or I'll get a fillet of fish and I'll just grill it real quick. And it's
something light,
just the fillet of fish by itself, and just like snack on that because it's not super big. It's not a super big fillet, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm getting swole for the Huggercast audience.
Dude, just watch it. And in like 3 months, you're gonna just be ripped as hell.
Hey guys, it's me, Swoller Derek here.
My voice somehow dropped too. I don't know what correlation that has.
I took reverse steroids.
My balls got bigger.
Yeah. Instead of steroids, they're blinkroids. Get it? Because the opposite of staring is blinking.
I quit the podcast.
Okay, we're going to go into the part with where we answer viewer questions from you beautiful people. If you guys want to submit a question, always remember that you could send them to me at HuggerDerek on Twitter and on Instagram. Or if you know Colton in real life, you could just go up to him and ask him.
Yeah.
Or if you're one of those people that somehow finds out where Colton lives and where he works, you could probably just knock on his door and ask him too.
I mean, I have said where I worked before on the podcast, so they could find me.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't think anybody wants to make that much of an effort, though.
This is gonna be the one person that goes, "Hey, I wanted to ask you what you thought about Crash Team Racing, the remake."
I haven't played it. Go away.
we
just all super mean for no. I'm a huge fan. I love the podcast. Fuck you, dude.
I hate you, dude. I'm trying to stock vegetables. Will you calm down?
Shove this cucumber up your ass.
So let me just open up these questiones here. Pepperoni questiones.
I have a frozen pizza for after this.
Oh, that sounds really good, actually. I need a pizza.
But... I know I just said don't eat late, but now I want to eat late.
Alrighty, our first question comes from normally he's at ZIBTW.
Ruben!
Yeah, on Twitter, but he sent it through Instagram, so at Ruben is the BITW on Instagram, he writes in, our buddy.
What does that stand for?
I think he said it was an old, I asked him, he said it was a screen name he used on some game or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something about the win, big is the win, or something like that.
Okay.
He writes in...
Bitches in the wind.
Ooh, booty in the washing machine.
Booty in the whap.
Booty in the whap. He writes in, most overrated show, and why? He also asks most underrated show, and why? Yeah, that's, yeah.
I cannot stand the Big
I've
Bang
tried, and
Theory.
it's Bozoingies.
Or I'm gonna say Friends is overrated.
Oh yeah, we've already talked
Also, The
about.
Office.
I've seen one episode. It's pretty good, but
The Office. I don't dislike it. It's actually a funny show. I enjoy it.
is it the people who make their entire personality office quotes and
Yes,
I
and it's
rewatched
not
The
like
Office 20 times on Netflix. Oh, some so
and
quirky.
it's not like it's just a very small subset of people. There are so many people now who that is their entire life.
It's pretty much the whole fandom is like this, yeah.
Yeah, but no, The Big Bang Theory still. That show's horrible.
Yeah, I would say so. I'm trying to think if there's any other ones that I'm like I just really couldn't get into. Yeah, I would say Big Bang Theory because that's one I've actually watched and was like, this isn't.
It's garbage.
Yeah, yeah. And then Friends. Some episodes of Friends are good, but people who say Seinfeld is not as good, they're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We've had this discussion.
Yeah, that's they're inhuman.
They're not deserving of rights. They will be sent to Gulag. Gulag. We get Kaylee back on to talk about the Gulag.
Oh, dude, she will talk about the
Talk
Gulag.
about the
I don't know
Gulag.
why, but she will.
She loves the Gulag, I guess. You're gonna have to send her to the Gulag.
What shows do you think are underrated?
There's actually this one I actually thought about. There's a cartoon on Cartoon Network that, because around the time of like early 2010s, mid 2010s, Adventure Time, regular show, those were all well received. There was another show that came out a few years after called We Bare Bears.
Yeah,
It's really, really good, and I don't see anyone talking about it.
I liked We Bare Bears, but I haven't watched too much of it, but I've watched it. It's enjoyable.
It's like one of the most charming shows I've seen in a long
That
time.
is the best way. It's just kind of a lighthearted, like, you
Yeah.
watch it and you feel good. You're like, this is nice.
Yeah, every now and then they'll throw in something that makes me like laugh out loud, like really, really good. But for the most part, it's like, oh, this is a small chuckle. It's just really, really charming. Plus, it's got the guy from what's that show about the redneck? It's on like TBS.
My Name is Earl?
Yeah, it's got Earl from My Name is Earl.
Jason Lee.
Yeah, Jason Lee voices one of the characters. Not the
Little
Bears.
Well, actually, not a little known fact, but he was a professional skateboarder before he started acting.
Really?
And he, like, legitimately, he was good. And he, I think he co-founded Stereo Skateboards. Like, he was a big deal. And then he went and he still, I think, has partial ownership of Stereo, though.
Most of you guys actually might know him from his starring role as Dave in the Alvin and the Chipmunks films.
Yeah. I think the first place I ever saw it.
Yeah. Was My Name is Earl any good?
Oh, actually, My Name is Earl is pretty. I enjoy it.
Maybe that's underrated because not a lot of people talk about it anymore.
Yeah, I think it's pretty like it's people like, oh yeah, it was good, but it wasn't like a life changing like this show's amazing.
Oh, you know what's underrated that we both like? The live action Tick show starring Patrick Warburton.
That it should have been so much bigger than it was. That show
should have taken off.
Hysterical.
I'm really sad that it never taken off. And then underrated anime, I'll go for one, Zatch Bell. Super underrated, doesn't get the attention that it deserves.
I haven't seen that, so
it was this guy, he's like in high school. It's always some high school guy, right? And
I think that's every anime of all time.
Some guy in a high school, and he finds a book, and like it controls everyone. Everyone in the world has these. Not everyone in the world, but a bunch of people have these books, and they control puppets called Momotos, and like they fight with the puppets, and they're trying to see who could become like the puppet king or whatever.
That I want to say I'm gonna watch it, but
it's pretty good. You still haven't watched Naruto, so I mean, you need to watch that.
Anime is. I don't dislike it, but I don't feel compelled to watch it.
Watch the English dub. Zatch's voice is voiced by the lady who voiced Jimmy Neutron. So
okay, maybe I'll watch it.
Maybe you'll watch it.
Just pretend it's Jimmy Neutron the entire time.
How about next time you get bored that can handle the Neutron style? Later, Nick.
Let's say I think a show that I don't think it's underrated with the people that watch it because it seems I only know one person who's watched it and didn't love it, but the Venture Brothers.
Yeah, it got canceled,
It
didn't
is.
it, recently?
I might have finally gotten, but it was one of those shows that just it lasted, but it would be like 4 seasons in between, 4 years in between a new season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it is one of the funniest shows I have ever seen in my life. It deserved to be so much bigger than it was. Also, a connection with the Tick, Patrick Warburton's in it, and his character is
Oh,
hysterical.
Brock Sampson, right?
Yeah, it is one of my favorite shows of all time, and it should have been so much bigger than it was. Like, it was successful, but it should have been
Should have been like
huge.
massive. It should have been like Robot Chicken or like one of
Yeah,
those shows,
it
adults
should
like
have
Rick
been
and Morty,
the.
like one of those shows, you know.
It's so like I enjoy Rick and Morty. It's so much better than Rick and Morty in like every way.
Yeah, I kind of like I like Rick and Morty, but I don't think it deserves to be as big as it is.
The hype that yeah.
Yeah. If anything, I think
Oh,
BoJack Horseman deserves more than Rick and Morty does.
oh yeah, BoJack is that
BoJack's
shit get real.
really good. He's this little cartoon called Family Guy. I don't think many of you guys have heard of it. Pretty underrated.
I was gonna say The Simpsons.
He's a little. It's called a. Actually, I probably like Futurama. Like not as many people like it as they do Simpsons.
Oh, Futurama is fantastic. I've actually been rewatching through that lately.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
trying to
trying
think
to
if
think
there's
what.
trying to think if there's like any like Nick or Cartoon Network shows that were like forgotten that I really liked.
Pepper Ann.
Never. That was Disney, wasn't it?
I think it was. I just remember it on a. Oh, not underrated, but people forget about Recess is one of the greatest cartoons ever
Oh
made.
yeah. You know what?
I love Recess.
There's a lot of actual like Cartoon Network shows that people just don't remember. Like whatever happened to Robot Jones, I really liked that show as a kid. Do you
I
remember that one?
don't remember that show.
Really? It was about this robot kid he goes to a middle school with like regular kids and wacky antics ensue. It's pretty funny. I liked it. And there was another one called Time Squad. It was about this like robot and this really buff dude and this kid. They go to different periods of time and like try to meddle with it or whatever.
Oh, you know what show's underrated?
What's that?
Cyber Chase.
Cyber Chase, we're moving. We're beating Hacker at his
Cyber
game.
Chase is incredible.
With Gilbert Godfrey parrot teaching you math.
It's just one of those, like, I don't know how that got greenlit, but I'm really glad it did.
Hello, kids. Today we're going to teach you algebra.
But yeah. I can't really think of any others, though, that I think are really, like, should have been huge that weren't.
Yeah, maybe like
I'll agree on the Tick as well. The Tick.
the live action Tick was super good.
One, I think it gets the credit now, but it's a show called Police Squad, which was the inspiration for the Naked Gun movies.
Really? Oh, I feel like you've told me about this before.
One of the funny, I think it's only 6 episodes in the entire series because it got canceled as well.
Mm-hmm.
It is, that's one of my favorite lines in any TV show ever is they show up to inform a woman that her husband's passed away. And Leslie Nielsen goes, "We would have come sooner, but he wasn't dead then."
That's actually really funny. Oh, you know what? Out of all of like the really famous like 90s or 80s sitcoms, I feel like Alf doesn't get enough recognition.
Oh yeah, because that was one that just seemed it was huge at the time, but then it just the world kind of moved on without it.
They forgot about Alf.
Eminem
I watched a
will
lot
always
as a
keep Alf
kid.
alive because of that picture, though.
Wait, what?
Eminem will always keep Alf alive because of that picture.
The picture.
The,
yeah. Hey, Willie, I want to eat the cat. No, Alf, you cannot eat the cat. Come on, Willie, I'm going to say the N-word. No,
I wonder how many pornos there are of Alf eating pussy and being like, I'm eating the cat.
I'm eating the cat. If there isn't, we're going to have to make one.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I guess it's enough. We're
just kind of rambling at this point.
That's what this podcast is. It's just one giant ramble. Robble. Another Instagram question. At died_obsession writes in. It's a friend of mine from my Spanish college class. She writes in, my question for you. In the Pixar Cars cinematic universe, how do cars have babies? Is it car or life insurance? And do cars go through puberty? I guess the first question, how do cars have babies? Well, you see, When a man car and a woman car love each other very much, he opens his hood, and you know that little
The
hose.
dipstick.
You know the little hose that is in there. Is there a hose inside
There's
the
a
car?
lot.
Actually,
There's a lot of hoses inside.
he gets all of them. All of the hoses come out, and they go right up the female car's tailpipe. And he keeps going, and he keeps going, and it gets more intense and more passionate, and he keeps going, and he keeps going until finally all of the oil just spills out inside of the tailpipe, and it's leaking outside of the tailpipe.
I don't like this imagery. I'm going to go on record and say I don't like this.
What? You like this? Okay, I'm going to edit it so that I'm going to edit out don'ts. I'm going to go on record and say I like this.
Please don't.
And then about 2 minutes later, because car lives are not as long as human lives, 2 minutes later, the car forms a baby, and about 3 days later, the car gives birth. And yeah, baby car.
I'm speechless.
Yeah, the world had to know.
I've never thought about how. I guess I haven't thought of the cinematic masterpiece Cars enough.
Yeah, you got to think about the cinematic masterpiece Cars 2.
I have a poster of it in my room.
I'm sorry.
I pray to it every night before bed.
That's Hello, police.
We have a cool guy in the room.
We got a real cool guy here. You guys want to come and party? Car or life? Is it car or life insurance?
I guess it would be life insurance.
Yeah, I guess so, because they're like everybody's a car or a plane, I guess.
It's some type of vehicle.
Yeah. Although, like, you ever watch Planes?
I did not.
There's a part where there's a giant, like, warship, and the warship has a face, and it's the scariest thing I've ever seen.
Is there a car Hitler?
Well, you see, Colton, Doc is a World War II model car, and if he exists, that means there was a car World War II, which implies a car Hitler, which implies a car Holocaust.
What are the Jew cars?
Buicks.
Do Jewish people drive Buicks?
I have no idea. I don't even know what a Buick is, really. I don't know anything about cars.
Micah drove a Buick.
Is he Jewish?
No, but everybody thought he was.
I thought he was too. Yeah. He has the Jewish fro. And then, do cars go through puberty? Yes. Yes, they do. They also, I don't know where I was going, but yes, they do.
That is just a fact.
Yeah, that's
there's
just a straight question.
Deleted scene from Cars 1 where Lightning McQueen's balls drop halfway through a race and he gets faster. I can feel my pistons pounding.
Isn't there that part where the girl cars flash him? Like they
yes. Like they do a headlight flash.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't get that as a child.
I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, I think the best part of that Cars movie was the end credits where they showed other Disney movies as cars.
I love that.
You are a car, and you're one sad, strange little wagon, and you have my pity. Best thing to come out of that movie. All right.
Cars 1 was okay.
Cars 1 was decent. Great, I heard Cars 3 was actually kind of good.
Yeah, it was more like Cars 1, I think.
Yeah. I think that cuts it for Instagram questions.
Okie dokie.
So let us let's migrate over to Twitter. Twitter. At Hella Worried on Twitter writes in. It's a buddy.
Me too, bud.
Yeah. It's a lady I knew from Texas State.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She says, "Who's your favorite Overwatch character?" I've never played really Overwatch, but there's that really thick one that has a snow jacket.
I know there's a black guy with braids. He's cool. No, I like the monkey.
You like? Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Winston, right?
I think so.
I like him because he's a monkey.
Because he's monkey.
Monkey.
Deep down, we are all monkey. Embrace inner monkey. And she also writes in, "What do you think of Among Us?" I like it.
I don't play it by myself, but when I play with friends, it is always a fun time.
I haven't played with like a group of friends that I know yet. We'll have to do that soon, Colton.
I always do different characters in the chat. Sometimes like the other day I was telling people to pray to Reagan. And then the next match I started it being like, has everybody here accepted Jesus Christ as our savior, blah blah blah. Well, it's all a lie.
Jesus Christ.
It's fun. I like being stupid.
No, it's fun. I'll go on there and I'll just type like stupid stuff in the chat.
I have to play with you soon still.
Yeah. I'll go in, I'll say the N-word with a hard R.
I feel like you could get banned for that.
I've gotten kicked a few times for just typing it out. Alright, I guess we'll go with
Among Us is good.
Yeah, no, Among Us is fun. It's a fun game. I like it a lot. At ASAP Deltron, who's actually got a new Twitter. His name is at Poetic Del.
Okay.
So at Poetic Del, formerly known as ASAP Deltron on Twitter, writes in, do you like poetry? I guess.
I do. I'm not always in the mood for poetry, but sometimes just reading a poetry book is really nice.
I don't seek it out, but yeah, I mean
some of my artsier friends will sometimes post their poetry on social media, and it's fun to read.
I've always thought about what it'd be like to be a poetry writer. It sounds like it'd be interesting.
Some of them are a little too angsty for my taste, but
nah, we can't all be Charles Bukowski now, can we?
That's just amateur poetry. There's going to be a lot of angst.
Yeah, one day
I enjoy it.
One day we'll all be as good as Bukowski.
I like Bukowski.
He's something else.
He's funny.
Oh god! Remember we all had to pick a poet to do a project on in English
and that's
class.
who I picked.
You picked Bukowski. I think I picked Henry David Thoreau.
Yes, because he was gay, wasn't he, or something?
He did a lot of nature poetry. I don't remember if he was gay.
So yeah, he was definitely gay.
Definitely gay. Yeah, I liked his stuff. He was pretty cool. Yeah, I think
I like the Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, I mean he's a poet. Young Thug, great poet.
Greatest poet of our generation.
Your lifestyle.
But no, I like poetry.
I respect it more than I like it. Same with coffee.
All right. No response.
No response. I like coffee, but I don't drink. The thing is, I just don't drink it that much.
I drink so much caffeine on a daily basis. My heart's gonna give out when I'm like 35.
I've heard that in moderation, coffee is actually good for you if you don't add a bunch of sugar.
I don't have moderation. I have like a cup of coffee, an energy drink, another energy drink, another cup of coffee.
Yeah. Some of the other managers at my job, there's a pair of brothers. They both, I don't know if they still do it, but they would have either a rock. When we had Monster, they would have Monster. Now that we have Rockstar, they have Rockstar every day.
Nah, see, the best though is tell them that's for pussies.
I will. I'll do it.
There's a brand of coffee called Death Wish that's like 3 times the amount of caffeine of a normal cup of coffee.
Jesus.
That's what you want.
I remember one time I had gotten, it was before work. I had like 3 hours of sleep. So I went to the gas station by my job and I got a purple Monster, one of them. And like, I think it was my first Monster and my heart was like pumping away it shouldn't. I was like, this isn't good. I don't like this.
It made you feel something.
It made me feel. It was like the end of the Grinch. My heart grew 3 sizes that day, and I died.
Like the only time I've ever felt anything from an energy drink was, I believe it's called Shooter. It's specifically marketed towards like bodybuilders and stuff like that. And I'm a scrawny white man, and at the time I was especially scrawny. But I was like, nah, I can handle my caffeine. Screw it, I want some. So I drank a can, and I looked at the bag. 50,000% of your daily vitamin B12.
Did you say 50,000%?
50,000%.
What happens if you get that much B12?
I was like, this is what cocaine must feel like.
Somehow that's legal. Like what? Like how do you legally sell someone 50,000 the recommended daily amount of anything?
Because
Like,
it says not suitable for children or pregnant women.
and you're neither, so yeah.
I think I was like 19 at the time, so I was technically an adult, but that was a poor decision on my
That
part.
sound you remember was Balls? Was that an energy drink?
Oh hell yeah, I love balls. I still drink balls. Stuff's good,
Uh
especially the blue one.
I still drink Balls. Colton. Style it. 2020.
It's not even a joke. Make like blue balls joke. Like the blue balls are the best ones.
I said your last name. Do you want me to edit that out?
Oh yeah, please.
Okay, I'll have to. I didn't mean to.
Are you good? Don't worry.
I'll put a funny sound over it, like I usually do.
Put an anime girl squealing.
Colton.
Yeah, please do that.
I'll just do my own. But yeah. So what were we talking about? What led us to energy
Blue
drinks?
balls.
What?
Our view on how did we get here?
I don't remember. But let us press on. At Black_Texan, brother of the podcast, writes in. He has two questions. He says, "What's y'all's favorite Halloween candy?" We kind of had a whole discussion about it. I guess if I were to pick out of the 5, it would probably be either Nerds or Bottle Caps.
I know they don't really give Reese's Pieces out, but if that's on the table, that's what I'm picking.
Well, they have like the fun size ones I've seen.
Oh, that's true. They do have like the little boxes of them.
Mm-hmm. Just like they have little fun size bottle caps too, with like 3 of them in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think if this podcast like goes somewhere and we have like a meet and greet or whatever, would you
Reese's Pieces sponsorship?
Would you come to a meet and greet and reveal yourself?
Maybe that's part of the allure, though, is they don't know.
I'll
hire somebody to act as me.
Just this tall black dude.
I'll get Micah to go for me.
You should get Kamar to go for you. Well, I guess if they're listeners, they would know Kamar.
No, I'll get somebody from my work to pretend to be me.
Oh yeah. That's true.
I'll be like, hey, I'll take your shift today if you could go do this for me.
Get the elderly woman that we ran into the other day. Get her.
Nah.
Jesus.
Nah.
You said that so sadly.
No, I don't want to talk to Karen. That is her.
It sounds like a joke, but yeah.
She is an old
white lady. Yeah.
Sometimes she's actually real sweet, but sometimes she could be a bit of a bitch. And
sometimes she could be
Karen.
a Karen, essentially. That's hilarious. But yeah, so but what I was trying to say was, imagine if we do like if we were to get like thousands of fans and they come and meet us and like they just bring us our favorite candies.
I don't need that. That's too much sugar.
That's a lot. But imagine getting like me getting like 100 boxes of freaking bottle caps.
You'd be set for life.
I'd be set for death. I don't know what you mean.
You're just gonna eat them all and go into a sugar overdose.
And then I just like die. Yeah. A second question he asks, what's y'all's favorite scary movie? What's your favorite scary movie?
The original Halloween. Still my favorite. That's a classic.
Probably, I don't like scary movies much, but so I'm gonna go with a movie that I always talk about every podcast. Brightburn. I'll go with Brightburn.
Although actually, I watched The Exorcist for the first time the other day. Bad horror fan. It was really good.
Yeah.
Not a controversial opinion or anything, but really good. Not
Sorry,
as scary
guys.
as I thought it was gonna be, though.
Hot take coming in, but The Shining's a good movie.
Yeah, no, Halloween. It's just so. It's just enough like he's this like crazy otherworldly figure, but it's still pretty realistic.
Then they released like 100 sequels, and it started to suck.
Yeah, then he went like all kinds of crazy paranormal like.
Yeah,
but the first one he's really just a crazy dude who escaped from an insane asylum who stabs people. Like that's
in the
pretty
sequels,
damn realistic.
Weren't they like, oh, it's a curse, and he was cursed as a child, and then he touched another kid. That sounds bad. He like poked, and then the girl killed her mother.
Yeah,
it's like the curse is being passed on, and then there's a movie where Paul Rudd fights Michael Myers,
aka the best one.
Yep. Sometimes I get those. Oh wait, no. Am I getting? I'm not getting it confused with Friday the 13th, right?
Actually, I don't know which one Paul Rudd's in.
There's one. You remember? You know what I'm talking about, though, right? There's one where Paul Rudd's in it,
Yeah,
and
yeah, no,
I
that's
think
Mike
it. No,
Myers
I
and
think
Jason.
it's. I think that one is Halloween. I want to say.
Yep. Is it the guy with the hockey mask or the
No,
other
that's
mask? That's Jason.
okay. Yeah, is that? No.
That's Friday the 13th.
The one Paul Rudd's in. I'm pretty sure it's a Halloween movie. I'm gonna look this up right
Okay.
now. Halloween. Paul Rudd. Yeah, it's Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers. Paul Rudd's in that one.
Oh, okay. I actually haven't seen that one. I haven't seen a lot of the sequels.
Yeah, before he was Ant-Man, he fought Paul Rudd. I mean, wait, no, before
He fought himself.
He fought himself. The Multiverse of Madness. No, before he was Ant-Man, he fought Michael Myers. Which I guess if you could take down Michael Myers, you could take down Thanos.
I want to see if Michael Myers fight Thanos now.
Do I make you scared, baby? Yeah.
Just him as the Cat in the Hat.
You know what? Now that's a horror movie. You know what's also a good horror movie?
What?
I will say the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
See, that one was all right to me. Like, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it.
My mom
okay.
she's a huge Freddy fan. She loves Freddy
okay.
Krueger, and so I grew up a little bit with a fear of Freddy. But now they're not very scary. So
yeah, no, they're just.
I will say, out of the three main was Freddy, Jason, and Michael Myers. I guess those are like the three big ones. I will say they're not Friday the 13th. The Nightmare on Elm Street movies had more interesting ideas.
Yeah, they were definitely like the
more
whole
creative.
Like, he's in a dream.
Yeah, because there's that Dream Warriors one where like they've learned to fight Freddy because in the dreams they have superpowers.
Yeah,
and then there's the one where Wes Craven's in the movie and Freddy Krueger comes out and starts killing people. He's
that's the.
I forgot what it's called. I think it's like New Nightmare.
I think that one's New Nightmare.
Yeah. So that's that. The other ones, they tried different ideas. Like they tried putting Jason in space, you know.
But honestly, they stick to the classic idea because that's what works.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the Michael Bay Friday the 13th?
I didn't. That sounds horrible.
It was a little more grounded, but
really,
yeah, right. But there was boobs everywhere. It was a very Michael Bay film still.
I am gonna go watch it now.
But the kills are more like realistic, I guess. Like he like chokes people.
I like that. I don't like super over the top. Like, I mean, it's fun, super over the top gore stuff, but it's there's scarier when it's realistic.
Yeah, but at a certain point, it still has to be fun, and a lot of people didn't like that one because it wasn't very fun.
See, I like horror movies that aren't fun. Like, I get, especially with Jason, it's like you got to have a little fun with it. But
yeah,
because I like ones that are just
stuff like that is silly. Like they're silly, but they're suspenseful still. Like I was watching, I think Halloween 2, which is still pretty decent. And
that one's actually the first one is like great. The second one's still pretty good. After
the camera work in that movie is so good. So good. Like there's these long awkward pause shots where like the character walk out of frame and they'll walk back in and the camera still stays in the same place. Like it's also
or the ones where it'll be a panning shot and it'll be him just standing like barely visible, but he's just there.
Yeah. Stuff like that. What did you think of the Halloween 2018 movie?
I didn't watch that one.
Not bad. I liked it. Not bad at all.
Oh, another like Halloween movie that I was actually really surprised I liked a lot. What is it? House of a Thousand Corpses?
That's the Rob Zombie one, right?
Rob Zombie?
Yeah. I've never seen
that
those.
movie is a trip. You might not like it.
Is it scary?
You said you're not. See, I didn't think it was that scary, but our friend Valerie, she watched it with us. That movie still haunts her to this day, she said.
Yeah, so if she's scared, then I'm definitely scared. Because I'm a huge wimp.
See, like I said, I was just like crazy over the. It was kind of metal too. It makes sense
Well,
it
Rob
being Rob
Zombie.
Zombie,
That's like
but
his style is I forgot what they call it, like something. I forgot what it has a name. It's like over the
mhm,
top horror
like
movies.
splatter type.
Yeah, that are like uncomfortable on purpose. There's a name for that genre. I just can't remember it. You know, he
Yeah,
directed a
I don't
Halloween
know.
movie too.
Yeah, I've heard the one he because his has Danny Trejo in it.
Yeah, it shows Michael Myers as a kid.
I was good to you, Michael.
Oh yeah, he kills the dude Danny Trejo that was like
Yeah.
cool with him. Yeah, that sucks.
Oh, that's fine. I like actually a lot of Rob Zombie's like horror movies. I do enjoy.
They do have a very cult following, like Three from Hell and
They're
stuff like
not.
that.
I'm not gonna say they're good movies, but they're fun movies.
Yeah, I will say, Freddy vs. Jason is just so insane, but it's fun.
I still never watched that one
It's
actually.
so
That
stupid. It's
or Alien versus Predator. I haven't seen that either.
I've actually never seen the original Alien or Predator movies. I've heard they're really good. I need
I've
to.
seen the like those are both good, but I
Yeah,
haven't seen the crossover.
I heard the crossover is okay, and then they
I
just get bad.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say another decent scary movie that's pretty good, but I forgot. Oh yeah, I haven't seen this one, but this is a cult horror classic. A lot of people love. You ever watched Suspiria?
I have not.
Have you heard of it?
I have. I've heard a lot of good things
Yeah,
about it. That's on my watch list for this year. Actually, I'm
yeah.
trying to
Because
watch
there's the
scary movies
original
for
that
Halloween.
like has that very classic feel. There's a lot of bright colors and a lot
Hmm.
of that bum 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 bum. And then there's the newer one, which kind of does the opposite. Has a lot of the colors muted.
I heard it's still
Yeah,
really
I've heard they're
good
both
though.
good. Maybe we gotta watch it together.
I would love to do that. Maybe that'll be the next movie night.
Yeah, we'll watch both Suspirias. But yeah, that's
But yeah,
yeah, okay. That was a good. I'm not a big horror guy, but that was a good
uh,
conversation about horror
it
movies.
was.
Yeah,
I like horror movies. They're fun.
I like the ones that you know what it is. I can't do the stuff with the possession and the demons. I can't.
Oh,
Nope.
you would not be able to do The Exorcist then.
Yeah, that stuff. I mean, maybe that's because that's a little older. Maybe I could do it, but a lot of the stuff like the Conjuring and like
It has the Conjuring. The Conjuring was okay. The Conjuring 2 I didn't like.
or like what is the big one? Insidious. Stuff like
Insidious.
that. Like no, especially because a lot of it's jump scares, you know?
See, that jump scares don't scare me though. They're just like, oh, and then it's over with. At least I'll say The Exorcist for being a demon movie. There's one somewhat jumpy scare part,
Yeah.
but it's actually creepy. It's there's a scene where she crawls down the stairs like real fast, arch
Yeah,
like
yeah.
over. That was creepy as hell. Like it hits out of nowhere, so it's that initial jump scare, but then just the yeah, it has the greatest line in any movie of all time though. Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one people repeat. Yep.
It's so good.
Yeah. I for some reason I just can't do a lot of those movies. I don't know. Those ones just freak me out.
That's fair.
A lot of like the stalker killer ones are fine though. Like
Mm-hmm.
unless they suck. Like I've
The
heard
slasher movies,
yeah, there's some bad ones out there obviously. Uh
Leprechaun.
Yo, Leprechaun goes to the hood.
I actually really want to watch that movie.
I used to watch it every now and again as a kid. My mom really liked because who's in it? A rapper's in it. I can't remember who though.
I don't know which one.
It's either Ice-T or someone else.
Just the idea of that movie is so
Like what? He also went to space too.
yeah. He had in space. He had a bunch of weird ones.
Yeah, and then can't well, of course we can't not mention Child's Play, Chucky.
That movie has never been scary to me.
As a kid, it was. Now it's like, dude, it's a doll. Like,
Honestly, as weird as this sounds, it's scary to me. Like the Chucky doll, not scary. There's an old Twilight Zone episode about talking Tina though that still makes me uncomfortable. It's a 30-minute black and white Twilight Zone episode, but it gets me.
I mean, that's some good Halloween content right there.
Oh,
Just
I
watching.
love the Twilight Zone.
I never got a chance to really watch it that much,
Oh,
but I need to.
it holds up too. It's like a lot of TV from that time period. It's like, oh, it's good for the time, but like we've progressed. No, Twilight Zone is good.
How's the new one with Jordan Peele as the
I
narrator?
actually haven't got to watch it because I don't have. Is it CBS?
I think it's CBS All Access.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
have that, so I haven't got to watch it yet.
Yeah, I've heard good
I might
things
get
about
it soon
it
though for like a month just to watch it.
I've heard it's good, and then of course there's Black Mirror as well.
Black Mirror is really good.
I've watched one episode. It was I think from the most recent season with Anthony Mackie. Where have you seen that one?
Which one is it?
It was the one where him and his best buddy play a video game, but they're doing like VR or whatever, and their bodies go inside and they like have sex.
Yeah,
that one's not scary as much as it is just like what.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think, and I've heard all the episodes are like that. Like they
a
just
lot of them are
make
really
you uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Like I left the episode was like, I don't know, not because of like, oh, two men kissing, that's gross, but I don't know, something about
just the way they portray it.
Yeah, like
and the build up to it,
and a lot of a lot of the episodes are technology based, so it's like scary that way too because we're surrounded by technology.
It's like this could be the future.
Yeah, I wonder what it. Video game sex.
But yeah, so I think that's we've been on that one for a while.
Yeah, we have one more question.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
At Jacques, the boy 552X writes in. What made this is a good question to end on? What made you decide to start a podcast?
Derek asked me to do it.
I guess this was mainly for me, but
yeah.
I don't. We've had the idea for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we actually tried it last year.
Yeah,
the files got corrupted or something,
and then we just didn't for forever.
And then right when the quarantine happened, I was like, Colton, we need to like start this up.
Yeah, honestly, like one of the main reasons I did it was not that like Derek and I had grown apart or anything, but we just hadn't talked as much anymore. I was like, this is a good way to actually get to like talk to my friend again.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun. I think, and also a lot of it was seeing like just the boom of podcasts, and I was like, man, I want to like try this. Like, this sounds like it'd be really fun to do.
And it's a good time.
Yeah,
like honestly, I just do it for myself. Like I enjoy.
It's a lot of fun.
Just BSing with my friend.
Yeah, it's a lot of I don't think I'd rather have anyone else be like the host or co-host with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. I mean, there's other people that could do it, but I feel like just like how long we've known each other and the styles of humor we have mesh real well.
And I know you say you do it for yourself, which it's like the people who listen to it like it. They enjoy it. Yeah. They're like, oh man, that was pretty good, and that's nice. We have something special. It was
definitely a weird feeling to know that, like, oh, there's people that listen to us talk.
Yeah, people we don't know. Most of the people we do know, but
there's a few.
Yeah, there's a few
that we don't know.
Yeah, and it was good. It was actually because we've had Jacob on the podcast and we've talked about how he's the number one fan. But talking with Jacob in person about how he's the number one fan. That was surreal a little bit.
It was a cool feeling, right?
Yeah, like I know you had that feeling before because you talked to him a lot. But I talked to him the other day with you, and I was like, whoa. And like I referenced things from like the podcast, and he's like, yeah, I remember that, or like he'll beat me to the punch.
Yeah, he is because like, he drives a lot.
Him and his fiance love the podcast.
It's a great. They say it's like just having friends in the car with you that aren't actually there.
Yeah, your best friends. And yeah, so just the fact that I wanted to supplement because I wasn't really making a crazy amount of regular videos, so something while I'm not making normal videos to have on the channel as well, supplementary content to fill in the gaps.
It's still like time consuming to make.
Yeah, but it doesn't involve like an idea and filming and editing.
Yeah, it is easier to produce.
Yeah, editing audio seamlessly is way easier than editing video seamlessly.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of it, like, if I do say so myself, a lot of times you can't even tell that there's edits, which I'm proud of.
Yeah, no, you do a fantastic job because there's a lot of pauses and just dumb noises that we make.
Yep. But yeah,
The pause right there.
Yeah, that's probably gonna go out. Now it's gonna be in, so we could show what it's like when it's not
before
edited.
you edit.
Yeah. But yeah, and I just thought it'd be a lot of fun, and it is. It is a lot of fun. I enjoy.
I'm having a good time with it.
Yeah, and I think it's cool that we've lasted a good little while, and I hope to keep doing it too.
Yeah, no, it does. We might not have the most consistent schedule with it, but I don't think it's gonna stop anytime soon.
Yeah, you know what? We've had a pretty good consistency though. We've had one break. Yeah, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed that holds up.
Yeah, and I look forward to doing like the holiday themed episodes as well, like this one.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is fun. I liked your story a lot.
I liked your story too. You know what's gonna be fun?
What?
We're gonna have to do around Christmas. We got to do like best Christmas. I love Christmas. You know this favorite holiday.
You're big Christmas boy.
Best Christmas holiday memories. Obviously, that's got to be It's gonna be a good one.
Oh, give it a sneak preview. It's when I got my Wii.
Well, it's gonna sneak preview when I got Charlie and the Chocolate Factory on PS2. Hey, reference to the first episode.
Going back in time.
Going back in time. But yeah. That's gonna do it for questions. Thank you guys so much for asking your questions. Is there anything else you have to say, Colton? Anything you want to promote, Colton?
No.
Anything you wanna let the fans follow you on in social media?
If they can find me, they can follow me.
You'll have to catch me first. Just a general housekeeping before we end. If you guys like the podcast, make sure to like on Spotify. Make sure to what is Apple Podcast? I always forget. I ask this question every time. Hearts or something on Apple Podcasts?
Stars, just rate and review 5 stars.
And it sounds like the old YouTube. Remember that? Make sure to rate 5 stars.
Or if you don't want to rate it, give us 1 star. I don't care. Just let us know you're listening.
Just do something. Yeah, let us know you're there. I've heard writing a review on Apple Podcasts helps as well. So leave comments.
Yeah, it helps boost you up to visibility for other people.
Please write a review. And then also listen on YouTube. You can subscribe to the Hugger Derek YouTube channel for podcasts and regular videos. I'm going to be making more regular videos now. I just made a new video about a infomercial product called the Express 101. We just talked about it.
Changed his life.
It changed my life, apparently. So I worked very hard on the videos, so if you guys want to check it out, go ahead and check it out.
Yeah. He also has his second channel up now.
Yes, Hugger Derek Stuff. I post Twitch highlights and I'm just going to post things where I'm kind of just messing around, whatever.
It's the more goof-off channel.
Yeah, just the fun, laid-back channel. Yeah.
It's the one that wears sunglasses and rolls up to class smoking a joint.
Hey there, teacher. I'm here to not do work.
Where's my weeds?
Where's my marijuanas? And but yeah, and as always, if you have questions, make sure to send them to me. Usually I'll put out a call or request for questions, but if you have a question you just want to send it, you can just send it to me without me asking at Hugger Derek on Twitter or Instagram or Colton.
Redacted.
What?
I said at redacted.
At insert handle here on Twitter. And if you know Colton in real life, you could just ask him. Ask him.
Or I mean, if you do know me, you could message me on Instagram and
That's
all
true.
that, but you have to know me first.
One day, I'm going to force you to make a YouTube channel or something.
Maybe.
Or like a Twitch or something. I'll even edit your videos. I just want you on. I just want you online.
Slowly but surely, Derek.
I think you're slowly getting more used to the idea of being a personality.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, then you could tweet out controversial political opinions. It'll be fun.
I'm just gonna tweet a hard R.
Ooh, Crash Team Racing. Anyway. Am I the only one that thought that
Why
was
did
really?
you say it that way? Racing.
I was thinking of a hard R.
Crash Team Racist, am I right? Heyo.
Oh god. But yeah, so thanks for listening, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with your family, your friends, strap your grandparents down, make them listen to the podcast. Tell all your friends about it.
Name your firstborn after me.
Name your firstborn Huggercast. Not even just after us, just name it Huggercast.
and pick your favorite episode, and that'll be his middle name.
Huggercast episode 7.
5.
Cryptids. Actually, what is episode 5?
I don't. That was just the first number that popped into my head. I don't know.
Nope, now we gotta know. Huggercast. I run the show. I don't even know what it is. Huggercast episode 5 is our favorite music plus alien talk.
Okay, so
that's the one with Jacob. That's the one with Jacob.
The Jacob one.
Yeah, that's a good episode.
That was a fun one.
Yeah. But yeah, that about wraps it up, guys. Hope you enjoyed listening. Thanks for stopping and listening to the podcast. Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye. Crash Team Racing.